so I said, you know what? This is not an original concept, but I wanted to throw my opinion in the ring, along with I was gonna say Dark, but along with George and possibly Ben, on the tier list of what we think of these characters and how good or bad they are. This is not meme. This is not.
I'm
gonna
just
be
here to
like,
make funny comments.
yeah, we're not here to meme on it mostly, but it's mostly a we played quite a bit of the game, both high level players and low level players, so we have somewhat of a good barometer of how these characters are, what they function, what their roles are. We're not here to compare damage values or how much they can tank. We're here to see how effective they are and how much of a single character can just flat out change your entire game plan and force you to play in a way that normally you would not be forced to play when you're playing with the year one characters, or I guess season 1 or season 0 characters. It will make more sense as we go on.
Giving Christmas hats.
Yeah,
Why are they giving Elf and Christmas?
Oh, we're talking about the ads up there? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to also mention about their updates to how they're been doing next seasons, because some of them did change over the few updates.
Yeah, so
nerfed,
good thing you brought that up, George. I would like to revisit this tier list every end of season so we could update it as we go along as more characters on there, because that would also introduce patches and et cetera, et cetera. I think doing it once a month is too often. So at the end of the third month of a season, we can kind of reconvene, look at the tier list, quickly put things where they should be, and then apply the new characters / characters got a significant buff or debuff, depending on what happens. So yeah, with that thing out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and look at each of these characters from left to right here, and just see where they are. So we got the list here. We got Trash, D tier. That means that the character should not exist and possibly will be the reason why your team loses. C, they are better than Trash, but they get rolled over. A lot of times you would see those characters and you're like, yeah, prioritize killing them because they're easy kills. And then B, I would just...
I'm sorry, you go ahead.
And B tier is they're mid. They can be good in the good hands, but they're not necessarily game changing. I would say they are good, solid picks, but they are just okay. A, I would think, are very, very good characters. They are the fair and balanced kind, where you realize at the end of the day, when you're looking at the loser screen, you're like, that makes sense. That person outplayed me. They had a good character, and they had used their skills, and I could have come around that. I could have wiggled around and probably tried to defeat them with my own strats. But you know what? I give them the seal of approval. They beat me fair and square. And then you got S tier, which are the game-breaking characters that are so good and so annoying that they essentially fundamentally shape just how everyone else has to think about the game, just to go around the strategy that one character brings to the table. That one character could possibly make the people in C and D tier amazing just because they exist, they breathe, they load it into the game, just because of how broken and obnoxious their kits are. I know that one character. I know that one character we're looking at fits decidedly at the very top, but we're gonna work our way throughout all this. So I had asked Explodes to give me every single picture of the characters from the game that are currently in Squadra at the moment, and we're gonna place
R1.
each and every one. Yes.
Oh no, wait, he is there.
And we're gonna try to say our little spiel and get this one out with very little editing as possible. It doesn't deserve the Phoenix Wright treatment. So with that being said, we're going to rate these guys as the following, and let's get started. So the very first one is going to be Super Saiyan Goku. So the pros, this guy is he's the Ryu of the game, really. He's the most balanced, I'd say. The Spirit Bomb is the thing I think.
Basic vanilla.
Yeah, very basic vanilla.
Yeah.
Transforming unit.
In the first, season 0 and season 1 was broke because the thing is that Spirit Bomb and the Kamehameha with the Kalken does give him a
Yes, that was season 1.
Yeah, we're at season 2 right now.
It wasn't even all of season 1. It was like half of season 1.
Yeah, they nerfed him immediately.
They nerfed him. Even though they nerfed him, for some reason people say it doesn't feel he got nerfed at all. It's just like they put them on balance.
Balance mode. Yeah, I think the most contributing thing that this character has ever does in a match is spirit bombing bosses. That's just he is a boss kill confirmed character, and
Yep.
I will say that in terms of like a character that you see them queue up, I'm not afraid of a Goku, but I'm also aware that the Goku can be a snowball into boss killing after boss killing after boss killing, and he can become annoying, but not necessarily like I want to pull my hair out. So I would say Goku would probably be at the very top of B tier.
Mid.
Yeah, I would say he's the top of B tier at this point, just because you got to respect the Spirit Bomb and how big of the radius is with it, and how much
And how good you use it.
Yeah, and it's powerful. It's a crowd clearing move that's very, very powerful. So
Not to mention,
Very balanced.
not to mention, I do know that Kaioken does give him the advantage to like get him out of there. There are some of them that does use Kaioken to move around much faster, so you can try to snipe, or even give him an extra boost on attack.
well said on that one. So I think he sticks right in the middle. All right, next to him is Vegeta. He is the very first tank
Diet
unit.
vanilla.
He the only thing I could really think about that makes him stand out from the crowd is that little Gallic blast thing that he does that sucks people in. That
one.
What's it called? What's the move called? I know you know the names by heart.
Hold on. Let me open the game. Hold on.
Oh, I have the game open. I'll look it up. I actually have it still open.
Well, I may have a moment
I don't
here.
even know the games by heart. He has to look it up.
All right, go ahead.
Honestly, I don't remember much of playing against Vegeta or Goku. I can't really say much about it. However, along with Goku,
He's very like he's really noticeable for just keeping people in check.
true.
But even then, that's escapable if you have a dash.
Or
So
even
it's like you have to save your dashes for him, but that's about it.
it's
So
still
fairly
skill 2.
A photon
Or
bomber.
skill
It's called photon bomber. That's the launches the energy blast at a set position that pulls enemies towards the center of the explosion. It's a good come over here tool. It's a prehistoric version of Gohan's ability, but
At least
it's
this one damages more when the enemy's getting close to the Volton bomber. The more people are getting in, the damage they're receiving.
yeah. And so looking at Vegeta's thing here, his passive, which is like his only unique gimmick, is that he applies shortens cooldown to self when HP is below a certain percentage. So he ends up getting his supers a lot faster when he's in danger. Whether that helps him or not, I don't really see much of that. Most of the Vegeta players I fight against are not necessarily the greatest.
Well, we did fight
Because they run
somebody
away.
who
It's
is-
latest inconvenience.
Yeah.
Well, we did fight somebody. We did fight somebody on their golden, which we all know it was the dummy players.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He
I
had
did
a
see
very
Dummy
big build
play.
on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw how tanky that Vegeta. Even I was trying like health with Topo. He was still getting his health back. Like, wow, that's a tanky boy, Luigi.
I would say Vegeta doesn't really have.
use of it.
Of course, it all depends on the player that's currently controlling it. That also has a factor into it. But in a vacuum, in like a big old play box of other people playing the same character,
Vanilla tank.
yeah, I'd say
Even
he
though-
also is mid in terms of comparatively to other characters on this list. I think Vegeta just does the bare minimum of a tank and just tanks, and he does nothing really
You
else
also gotta-
besides that photon bomber. I mean, I know he does Big
You also
Bang
gotta-
Attack and Explosive Wave and the Energy Blast Volley, but honestly, those are just attack moves that are not necessarily like the most. The photon bomber, I think, is the most unique thing about him that is impactful. And yeah, because
Again, vanilla diet.
Vanilla Diet, yeah.
But here's the thing. There's most of the people keep forgetting is Vegeta's surge skill, explosive wave. When apparently I found out that if there's 3 enemies receiving that explosive wave, he gets amount his health back much. Really, he gets his health back way back.
That is
faster
very
than-
situational.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as somebody's aware of Vegeta's explosive, Vegeta can be overwhelmed. But as long as you're smart about it.
Yeah, that Big Bang Attack though, I rarely see Big Bang Attack being thrown at me a lot of the times. I don't think it has the same impact like Goku's Spirit Bomb, but it is just a thing that is part of his kit. But in terms of where I would place Vegeta on this list, I think again he sticks right behind Goku at mid on B, just because there are so many better people that are in the A and S category. All right, moving on. Krillin. I'm gonna make my statement very short. Maybe George can say more after I'm done. But Krillin is annoying just for one thing, and it is blinding. Blinding and blinding and capping. Blinding and capping. Those are the two things that Krillin is known for, and he's able to get out fairly quick. He's not as fast as Frieza, but he might as well be if he's the only technical on the
because you literally can't see nothing on the display or the map in front of you. Once you're blind,
I mean, like, if they know where you're going, they can follow you, and if they get out to the area, they can.
Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm gonna say. Why? Here's the thing that I was gonna say. Why I want it. There are some players who don't know how to use Krillin. There are some players who don't know how to use them. Some people are
like
do
me.
and
like me.
But yeah, there are some
He was
players.
so shocked. He was like, "Yeah." Go.
No, I just surprised what surprised. I'm surprised it been said. But anyway, yeah, the reason I want to put there's a reason why I want him to put him in mid tier. He is good, but since it's buff, he is starting to show up a bit. But it's not like being anywhere in the game, which me and the captain and the rest of us we did see a couple of Krillins, but none of them like Senna like good Krillin.
Yeah.
Because
I want to quickly say
you go
something.
ahead.
Yeah, I want to quickly say something. He has Destructo Disc as an ultimate. I almost never see him throw that. I almost never see him throw that in the game.
18 do it more than him.
Yeah.
not to
Which is
mention,
hilarious. Which is hilarious because 18 literally has Destructo Disc as one of her beginning skills, not her ultimate, which is like, that seems kind of I mean,
yeah,
or skill-wise, it's like, that's a bit of a disappointment.
yeah, but the part is the Destructo Disc is bad at like on both levels, but on level 11, that just shines more because the whole multi on Destructo Disc in the last one, a big one.
Okay, but where are you going to see a level 11 Destructo Disc?
People focus on that, but there's also the other one.
Bunch of E-ranks. That's how.
There's also another one that I really gets annoyed is scattered energy, which that one it does gives the blindness effect if you're entering that area. Even though the attack didn't hit you, you will get that effect if that effect is there.
Huh.
Yeah, Krillin actually brings up a giant bound of smoke, but if you're not in the smoke area, you won't get blindness. But if you are inside the smoke, even though you didn't get hit, it does blind, just like the solar flare. And
He is the
also,
smoke demon.
yeah. And the last one the last one I'm mostly get annoyed is the energy mine. That freaking minefield that he keeps putting. Even though I'm trying to look for it, all of a sudden that mine just appear out of nowhere and just hits you.
Well, most of the time they put that in clouds. Yeah, they mostly put that
but
in the clouds and the bushes.
And the bushes.
Yeah. I really don't have
this
much
one
really to say about Krillin. I think Krillin is probably just at the very bottom of B tier.
Yeah.
He does
Mainly
his role.
Yeah, but also we barely see him anywhere.
Fair enough. All right, so next up is
I'll
going to
honestly
be.
say, just going forward, for my experience for technicals, they're actually fairly balanced outside of one.
Yeah.
Two.
But most of the other ones, I literally see a general good balance out of all of them. I think maybe I see Hit a lot less, but 17, Krillin, Boo, and Frieza, I see more of them more than anything else. Unless I unhappily am paired with Mystic, Gohan. And Hit, I always want to jump for Hit. Hit is...
It's interesting, but we'll get to.
Well, you gotta hold on
to
to that, Ben. You gotta hold on.
Now you
Alright.
see him, now you don't.
Yeah, so Trunks. Trunks is an interesting character where I feel like if you're really bad with a character, you are not going to make much progress with him. But if you have a really good Trunks player, this guy will just snowball and just one-shot people left and right. And I will have to say, I think Trunks probably is going to be our first A tier character, because in the right hands, especially since we've been playing in A tier and B tiers quite often, this guy can really pop off quite often, and he's a very competent and I would say fair and balanced a DPS character in this game.
Yeah.
But not overpowered. Now, if you're behind, it's going to be a bit of hell. But if you're on an even level, it's going to be a challenge.
Well, people did say that he is overpowered because of one mechanic that he has, which is when you KO a character, you get one of the skills active, even though they're still in cooldown.
Yeah, his passive is called Overcharge, an ability that reactivates skills. You have to KO or assist a KO against the enemy, excluding an NPC, to activate a skill during cooldown once, excluding super attacks.
Yeah, which is super attack is our fourth skill, which is shining flash, which that's our ult. That's his ultimate.
Burning attack, vanish strike, and then burst sword, and then shining slash is the ultimate.
Burst sword is kind of like the burst sword mechanic he has is kind of like straight up like normal straight beam, but the thing is better for this one for Trunks to combine with vanish strike and burst sword.
I think his ultimate is quick. By the way, I want to quickly add. I think his ultimate is just quickly designed to kill one person specifically instead of an entire group. I think that was the main thought behind how his ultimate works. Because a lot of times when I see them throw it, it's against one person to just confirm a kill.
PvP versus AoE.
Yeah. And I also did find out he can turn his ultimate to back and front. If we want to focus on the first one in front and focus on the back, which is I'm looking at right now, he can use his shining slash first, then throws out a burst behind. Okay. Wow.
Thank you, Explodes. Well, anyway, I think Trunks probably fits the best when it comes to a fair and balanced unit that's very, very good and capable hands. So, plus he has a lot of, I would say he's a better jack of all trades character than Goku, because he could also potentially kill bosses himself as well. There's less variables with it, but he could also do that. So, I would say first on the A tier is Trunks. So I don't even play as Trunks, but I know of the savagery that man has. All right, next up we got Piccolo.
Hail the mighty king of player snipes.
Yeah, the Piccolo is the bane of all bosses' existence in this game. I would argue he's probably the best one-shot boss killer in this game compared to everybody else on this list. Just because
sniping people too.
Yeah, sniping people. Yeah, Frieza needs setup though. He needs a lot of setup to place things down. And if any one of his setups get interrupted, well, yeah, but
Piccolo just needs a few seconds.
He needs a few seconds. Frieza needs to literally put down his people first, and that requires a lot more time than Piccolo. Just to
not
get
to
it
mention
down.
the amount of cooldowns Torter gets you again.
There's a lot more moving parts for Frieza compared to Piccolo, and Piccolo just having.
Whereas Piccolo only needs a bit of cloud cover or a bit of grass, both of which are located at most places in the boss except the middle. So literally half the time, Piccolo can get it every single time. So that's a guaranteed.
And the fact that you can kill people by them walking to the sides of the special cannon is just flat out funny.
He doesn't even need to see you.
Yeah, you just throw it out and boom, you're dead. You could just throw out a special beam cannon in like a very long corridor and you'll hit somebody off screen and they'll probably die. They won't see it coming.
Crazy thought.
Yeah.
I have a crazy thought, and it actually pertains to mostly Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But imagine if he does special beam cannon, but he pivots.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, Piccolo would be so OP from that.
That would not be lore accurate though, because he can't keep the special beam cannon lit up that long. I don't think he's ever done that.
Yeah, but are you sure he can't? He's gotten stronger, and he's now orange. So,
well, this is not based on Orange Piccolo.
Well, yeah, but
oh shit.
Sorry, Ben, but all the lore I get, I keep looking at it multiple times, and that technique does not even move at all. Only has to be one straight, and that's all.
Oh, that's a
Oh
move
yeah,
I don't
and
see.
Goku pivoting is accurate to the story too, because like, oh yeah, he can pivot and do that. It's like, when did he do that? Talking about lore accuracy here.
Which we did, which is that was the scatter shot, the scatter Kamehameha. And I want to say the.
I'm just saying, just imagine that was my little tangent, but we'll reel it back.
I'm gonna put Piccolo. I'm gonna put
I can
Piccolo.
actually add something
Oh,
that
go on, go on.
besides the sniping, he can actually set up his own little minefield just while he's taking out the boss.
Not to mention
An improved minefield.
Not to mention his. What's the other skill attack? The other skill he has. Wait a minute, let me look it up right now.
Elzon grenade.
Oh, that one.
mine.
Yeah, so basically you have to respect him and take damage if you want to stop him from killing a boss.
There is a
Demon
funny.
Whip,
There is
You
a
can storm
funny
the
thing.
castle, but you're not going to be at full health.
There's a funny thing about it. Frieza at max speed can actually pass through those without getting hit as long as he keeps moving. I had that happen
Yeah.
before.
Ooh.
Yeah,
All right.
well, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
His last and third
We're gonna
skill,
put
which
Frieza then.
mainly. Here's also the last one, which is people mainly use it for escape remover, which is still good to this point. Was this demon whip?
Yeah, that stretchy
He
arms.
uses this- yeah, to get him out to the downside for this is a wall to get out of, or just get too close. If all the structures are gone and the demon whip cannot be used, cannot be for.
Oh, you can
or
use it. You
combat
can
at
use
all.
it on an ally hero or an enemy. So I mean, if your ally is like somewhere half across the map, you could probably latch onto him so you can get out. It's a valid strat when it happens. It's situational for sure, but it's way more often that you'll be with a person if you're in the right setting than it is to have a wall that isn't destroyed.
Yeah,
I will say Piccolo probably hits, I think, right below Trunks in terms of being fair and balanced because he is a boss killer, but again he does have a weakness. He's not like extremely hard to kill, which thank goodness.
He's no tank,
He's
thankfully.
not a tank, yeah. He's a very
Again,
powerful guy.
Guys,
we do also because we fight that Piccolo. Some of them were really extremely bad, but some of them were doing good as Piccolo.
But majority of the time, your job as Piccolo is to be a boss killer, and then when all the bosses are killed, you're there to protect base and then hopefully one-shot people who are trying to cap. That's kind of
Or
what I've
escape.
seen. Or escape, yeah, that too. That's special beam cannon has 2 uses after that point, so it's not like it becomes useless. And of
3
course the
charges
minefield.
Offense and defense.
Yeah.
There's 3 charges actually.
All right, moving on. Android 18. Now, I have something important to say about this character. I do not like this character. I think I'm gonna just say it right now. I think she gets in C tier, just because of how fragile she is. I know she is incredibly. I know she's incredibly a powerful glass cannon, and in the right hands, you can make some pretty good plays with Snowball, if you're able to last that long. But as the matches progress, and things get into a gridlock, it is hard to survive with this character. I see this
She's a
both.
brawler. That's the problem. She literally has this
she's
and
an
every other thing
early
is
game
her ultimate.
Well, not even. I think she
Yeah.
excels in mid game. I think she excels in mid game when people are trying to figure stuff out, and she can get some easy kills. Because George, let me remind you our strategy when it comes to attacking the DPS. The moment we see an 18, that 18's dead.
Yep.
that 18 is just does not have enough skills to
To get out of there or even survive.
yeah, to survive that. When she is like locked in by the enemy team, she's gonna die first before the tank has any chance to do anything, and that's what makes her very, very hard to play as. And again, she's powerful, but to quote Goku, all the power in the world will mean nothing if you can't touch your opponent. And a lot of times, 18 needs to be hard carried by her, a tank or somebody else, so she can kill confirm for them. And
The problem with her is that she's a close quarter character. She has only the Destructo Disc. Yeah, her ability can close the distance, but that's the thing. She has no ranged attacks outside of the Destructo Disc. And it can't even do much. That's not even her ultimate.
And her ultimate is just her doing the Ribrian punch, which also gets her in the way of damage. So she could throw that one out, and then someone throws like a death ball or something, and then she's just in it, and there's no way out.
One pimp step, and that's it.
Yeah, so she's a one and done character. I would say she's really bad early game, really bad late game, but mid game is where she excels the most from what I've seen. You guys can disagree with that, but I just feel like she's not trash, but she can get rolled really easily during those parts of the game. So that's just
Not really
how I
easy,
feel.
really
No,
quick.
indeed.
I'm not saying that easy. It's more like she gets rolled really quickly.
Well, that would be the easy then. That would be easy. So I mean,
So she is a hoe.
Yeah. That's very.
if they buff
actually
her,
very
if they
Right.
buff her, they need to make her slightly less strong and way more durable, so she could last in the game. Because
or more escapable stuff. She can. She can
escape
Give her more
options.
base attacks.
yeah, or make her faster. Make her faster, possibly, so that way she can run away.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
faster would make sense. Heck, that would be interesting, just because most damage types are about the same speed.
yeah,
But, you know, because not all technicals are the same quick speed. If you manage to actually change the size on this, that would show a bit of a fair balance. Because, like, oh, she's not as powerful, but she can move around a bit faster. And because she's not as powerful, she can't be seen as overpowered when she does a sneak attack.
Mhm.
Unless you're absolutely weakened, and then it's your fault for not getting out of the way fast enough. You have a dodge, and you didn't use it.
All right, so we got our next technical here. It's in the form of Majin Buu. I'm gonna say
Nobody
it right
screws
now.
with the white mage.
I'm gonna say this right now.
uh,
I'm gonna
B. I gotta say B at least.
I'm
I'm gonna say this
sorry,
right now.
but I think Buu gets above 18 when it comes to being in C tier. In terms of comparing him to all the other options in the game, I think Buu is probably the worst technical character because it's
That's
healing.
fair. He's got only two jobs: healing and slowing people down with gum.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the problem is when you run out of those options, what is Buu to do?
Fly around or die.
Fly
Well, he
around.
could run into people.
Yeah, that's happened to me a
But
total
here's the
one
thing.
time.
Boo isn't meant to be offensive in of himself. He is literally a support in the best ways. He does have his basic sort of shooting ability, which will not do much. But that's the thing. He is meant to be a distraction. He can fly around fast. He can backdoor. Of course, I'm saying this from my time being spent as Boo, which I still do, by the way. But yeah,
Well, here's
ultimately, Boo is... He's not the character that's going to be taking down the boss. He's not the one who's going to really be taking down the towers unless you're backdooring during the final third. So he's honestly just there.
Well, here's the thing.
But he is very good because his damage. I mean, that makes sense. But
We lost some of that when you cut out in the middle of that. He is very
Yeah.
good. What?
Point
Fair.
is, he's literally not made to inflict damage. He is meant to stop people, hinder them, and then heal his allies there. That's just me defending him, however. Being an offensive type, if you want to think offensively, yeah, he's terrible. And even when he's defending, it's like he can't do much except stall. So yeah, by himself in a vacuum, he is terrible. He can't do anything by himself. But you know what? There's some other characters that can do just about the same, and I think you know which one I mean, Mark. You said it.
Oh, what did
There's
George,
also
what
a
was George
time
gonna say?
to-
I will
also-
agree of 18, but I will say he is very good for anyone who wants to play simple but not aggressive.
As I was saying, we also got to remember about the good blue players. The amount of times that me and the others who try to get their boo, but they're getting saved by their ally. The amount
Yeah.
of times we try to get rid of it.
A lot of the times, Boo builds from good players are all defensive for themselves. They're just applying all the greens into that character, so that way they can survive more. A lot of times, you're not going to see an aggressive Boo even with that. The Boo is there to make an annoying character last longer. But in terms of what they are doing themselves, they're pretty much marking themselves for death. Like you see a Boo player, go kill it. There's just no other reason beyond that. And the thing is, you never want to
And that's
see a
why
Boo
Boo
player
has
in the
his
middle.
speed.
Yeah, yeah. And he's a big target too. Despite, isn't Boo pretty slow for a technical? Isn't like normally without the running
No, he's
Not
faster
really.
than the Bora.
faster than Bora?
No. He is. Yeah, Boo is actually about as fast as Frieza when he moves, when he's flying.
Okay.
For running, I don't know why anyone
I
does
think
the
he just
running.
gets hit by more because he's bigger, like you said.
Ah,
Yeah.
possibly.
Bigger hitbox. You know, like that Zelda hitbox.
Debatable if I'll put him
And-
in B tier later, but it just I think in terms of like getting rolled, he's one of those technical characters that you get really unlucky with this guy. You're gonna end up dying more often than not, and he's just the white mage. Now,
Yeah, that's why he's literally just evade and heal and trip up. Like again, no offensive, not even defensive.
Big penis head.
yeah, so Zamasu, behold, the most mid of the mids. Zamasu, I have a little bit of a thing to say before I let it go to you guys. Zamasu fluctuates between being oppressively invincible and also just fragile. I can't understand what makes this guy tick sometimes. He has the resurrection ability, and it pops off always
He
at the most
moves
annoying
slow.
time, and he moves slow. And then he has the negative energy ball, whatever revenge death ball move that he has. I don't care what the
Zero
actual name
mortal
is.
Zero Mortal Plan.
Zero more plan.
It's
Okay.
called Yep, it's called
Like the
Project Zero.
vegetable head.
Yeah. So there's that, and it slows everyone down in the zone, right? But the thing with him is that I hate him. I hate him. I hate him, and you know what?
Just doesn't die.
I think I'm gonna do something that will probably get me banned in 50. Sorry, I was gonna say 50. 49 states in the U.S. and I'm gonna probably put him at the very end of A tier, because the best of Zamasu players that we fought just don't die, and that is his role
Nope.
designated as a tank.
I'm looking at his asset called the regen, the body. It's exclusive when when enemies being hidden. That includes heroes and heroes included, and with his super attacks, he does gain. He does have like a little start helping regeneration his during battle. But apparently, if somebody is always very on, his meter goes all the way down, making him coming back from the death. So the amount of times we fighting him, his meter does going up from the damage we're giving.
He
from
has a lot better of a health regeneration property than the other tanks. He just naturally heals himself regardless if he's moving away from an enemy. So there's that, and so you have that and the resurrection ability. He's not known to do
He is
kills.
literally going to be a constant defense. He may
Yeah.
not be fast enough to do an offense or fast enough to retreat, but if he's defending something, he is stuck there. Even if you want to move fast, it's like nope, he's there for the long haul unless you have an Icarus.
I'd
So
say
you balance him out
I'd
by
say
making him incredibly tough to beat, but incredibly hard to miss.
yeah, I'd say he's
He's a
better than
rock.
Vegeta for that very reason. Vegeta, his resurrection just kicks Vegeta's butt when it comes to how useful it is.
Also,
Oh,
I'm
my
gonna say this right now. Heavily, his first skill, heavily, arrows are so annoying to get hit on, because the amount of times you get hit, you're getting a slow.
Oh yeah,
that
that is annoying too. That's like one of the people's early super starts I've noticed when they play as
The
Zamasu.
purple
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah. Okay, all
Oh
right.
no, he's hitting with the purple.
and
Anyone ever seen a kid go on ever since season 2?
Yes, we see it quite often.
I play him.
Yes,
I've been playing him a bit.
I have not seen him since then, so
Kid-
I have no idea what to say.
Kid Gohan is
I know
almost.
what to say for him.
Yeah, he's annoying. He's annoying.
well, annoying.
He's
annoying,
there.
but here's the thing: barely see him now these days. When we get higher rank.
Yeah, we do, but the
I'll
people
tell
that do pick him, I know they make you respect Gohan by just seeing him charging in the corner, ready to go take a piss, ready to like boom. You see him like charging up, right? And like, oh no, he probably already has me in his sights before I even saw him. This guy is.
The lunging kick is really annoying. The
Yeah.
amount of times you get hit, your skills and attacks will be.
Yeah. But more than that, what's interesting about this version of Gohan is that when you look at his moveset, he's essentially a mini damage character.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that he does to support others is his passive ability, not any of his skills, because it boosts just by being nearby. Of course, he has his little barrier thing too or something, but
You mean
Mostly-
leave it to me? That's a skill. That's a third skill. It says leave this to me, which that amplifies their energy defense goes to up, including
No,
A
his
master
existence is like the soldier's trumpet from Team Fortress 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also downgrades the defense if the enemies are close to that range. if the enemy gets close to our allies, Gohan will give them debuffs on defense, making them high ability to get them lower health at situation, or even like.
My point being, he's like the Nail Namekian summon, where essentially he can help fight alongside you. He can do damage, and his literal passive Leave It to Me or whatever literally helps boost your allies, no matter where they are, as long as they're nearby.
I think it also helps him in his case that he's a very tiny hitbox, so it's very hard sometimes to get a precise hit on him. So
Yeah, Topo.
Yeah, and also he also has like escapability.
yeah.
Like
So,
I mentioned before, Leave It to Me. He can like launch himself all the way to his ally to get out of there. That tough.
it's hard to
or
kill
the
this Gohan. Yeah, it's very hard to kill the Gohan, and it's very easy for this Gohan to get some kill confirms, even as a technical character. So I think at the very bottom of Fair and Balanced, because we don't see him as often, and there's obviously a better Gohan on this list. I think this Gohan definitely, when put in place in the right hands that we've seen, can do some really, really good plays for that very reason. So far at the very bottom of A tier. All right, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off right now. I'm going to put Frieza here at annoying tier. Now, let me explain. Let me explain.
You don't need to explain. You just need to go.
Lord Frieza, who should I just zone out?
Always on top.
Lord Frieza, what would you like? Would you like?
Hold on, George.
Lord Frieza, would you like another level up? I know you'll cross the map, but I'll just take it from here. It's like that's all I remember. Just planting Zarbon in the bush. Just put Zarbon in a bush, angle just the right way, and he just scoops up enemy NPCs when they spawn in. And Frieza will just get a level up.
They do damage. Zarbon does damage.
Yeah, he does damage. And he can kill them all. He can kill them all.
At lower levels, he's useless, but if you get a super charge.
Yeah.
We also do remember that Zarbon.
Dead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we also gotta remember that Zarbon does give the enemy extremely bad defense.
Yeah.
The amount of times he's hitting.
Instead of this picture of Frieza, this picture should have just been Zarbon, because that is essentially what makes Frieza as terrifying as he is. It's a major, I want to say like 2/3 of what makes Frieza's kit so great is Zarbon. And I don't even care that you can kill Zarbon, because you know what? Zarbon just comes back. So it's like...
All right, then remind me next month, and I'll find a picture of Zarbon.
but
we also gotta remember. But I'm gonna say this right now, we also gotta remember that the God Destruction Starfall thing, it does give Frieza enough time to call Zarbon back.
Oh yeah, that's a given. But like just in general with Frieza, I main Frieza, and I know, and I've seen enemy players that main Frieza as well as a technical unit. Frieza is the fastest character in the game. He's insanely fast, and I the amount of times I was able just to go to sneak into enemy camps as Frieza and chip away and get out is absolutely criminal. Like it is absolutely crazy just how fast matches can end because of Frieza being annoying. He just goes in, chips, leaves.
It's tilted, but it's not.
We also gotta remember that the time we were all not trying to like copy like Barash's tech.
I never watched Garish's videos, by the way. I know he likes Frieza, but I never watched his Squadra videos. But I just figured he liked Frieza because that's his favorite character in the series. So,
I'm pretty sure I did hear one of y'all said that he a video about how Frieza is like the best way to guarantee winning matches.
Well, again, that's his bias, along with it's actually kind of the truth. Once I started playing as the character.
Speaking of not biased, you mentioned about going to enemy camps, but you forgot about the main thing. The one thing that you glaze the Emperor over.
Boss kill confirms. Boss kill confirms.
Yeah.
You set him up with Zarbon, and you have Dodoria to cover.
Dodoria.
Yeah, you essentially the tech is put Zarbon in a safe spot that still has access to hitting the boss where he stands. Then you put Dodoria, so that way people try going towards Zarbon, Dodoria will hit them out of the way, buying you precious seconds. And then when you do that,
farmer and boom.
Yeah, throw a farmer down, and then you use the Emperor's Decree, which speeds up Frieza and anybody that's nearby him, and also just makes Zarbon into a machine gun, which you could see that health from a boss go from 100% to like 40% before you even throw the death ball down. So bear in mind,
It's like butter.
you're putting Zarbon down. He's caffeinated, right? And then by the time that you set up your death ball ready to throw it, the boss is almost ready to die. And that's just with Zarbon. The death ball is just to kill confirm. Okay. So
Yeah.
in the right situations, which happens like I want to say 80% of the time, you can get to the boss before anyone else does. Set your thing up, get your death ball ready to be like, hello, let me use this thing, and then boom, you're dead. And the cool thing is also is that the ultimate attack, though it doesn't do nearly as much damage as like a spirit bomb on its own, it recharges quickly, and you could use that to be an extremely annoying force to the enemy when they're either attacking your tower or when you're attacking their tower, because your allies don't get damaged by it, but Frieza's giant half the map hitbox will definitely touch him. And everyone's
Plus
gonna
as
be
well.
Hmm?
Plus as well, you can honestly still apply those things to defense. You can literally block someone trying to get to your God of Destruction when the arrows are pointing on their end,
Yeah.
and Zarbon can still snipe.
Yeah.
So they have to deal with either getting shot at or, getting shot at.
And did I
At
mention
that point, you
Emperor's?
can literally sneak around them and apply
It comes
fire from
in that,
behind and draw them away either way. So it's like Frieza's a one-man tower defender. A one-man anything if it's at that level.
What I found out with Frieza is that he is not a team player, which is character accurate, right? Like once I get Death Ball and I get the very first boss kill, I don't really need to be with anybody else. George knows this. I can just kind of do my own thing, farm up, scoop up like the middle lanes by myself. And then when everyone starts converging in one spot, okay, time to throw Zarbon down and Death Ball, and then rinse and retreat. That's legit the thing. Once I get fast enough,
Rinse and retreat.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's how he is.
Yeah,
Like-
so it's hard to
I know,
catch him.
it makes sense.
And the thing is, yeah, he has very little health, but really, I mean, somebody has to go out of their way to be a Frieza killer in order for them to put a stop to him. But he's just too fast that unless you're another character on this list, you're not going to be able to catch him if they're in the right hands. So, yeah, I
Unless you're
think
another Frieza player, because he is the fastest.
that is true. But if
Not even
you're
the transmission Goku can really catch up to him.
if you're another Frieza player, you're not really prioritizing against the other Frieza more often than not. Though, I will say yesterday, George and I had a match against another Frieza player, and they tried doing the same strat I did. So instead, I just planted my Zarbon to attack his Zarbon. So I could kill his
Mirror
Zarbon
play.
quickly.
Play a free.
What's up?
Oh, hello, Zarbon. Oh, hello, Zarbon. How you doing? I'll
Oh,
just kill
yeah.
you. Kill me. It wasn't that me playing as Frieza? Because I'm trying to remember.
No, I was playing
yeah.
Frieza yesterday for like a couple matches before Dark and Jake showed up. So I don't want to get too much.
That means I
thrown
wasn't
into
there. I
that.
wasn't there. That means I wasn't there. That
Oh,
means
you
I
were
wasn't
there. You were there yesterday. It was yesterday, dude.
Yeah, but the part is I wasn't there. Like, I was there for a bit before we watch anime.
Really? Oh,
Anime.
it may have been with Jake then. It may have been with Jake then. My bad. Anyway,
Yeah.
point is, Frieza is at S tier for being annoying, and I think if they, I don't know what they would have to do to fix him. I think he's far beyond being fixed. But that's
It
our
does
though.
take some practice to get the handle of that. So honestly, it is more than balanced enough.
All right, we got Baby. So from-
George,
Baby is
I
kind
know
of
what you're
a
about to
weird
say.
tank. He's a weird tank, and I cannot say he gets rolled because there's been a lot of situations where Baby just gets out for free
He
because of the
basically
body.
makes other characters tanks.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this much. I think in terms of like my final decision, he probably is a slightly better tank than Vegeta in just okay. On his own, I think when he's cornered, he will die and he won't be as tanky as some other people. But when he's buddied up with somebody, he really excels, and he's just okay for that reason. That's all I can say about it. You guys can say your piece now.
I got nothing. I've never played him.
The finger blast barrier badger or whatever that thing, his first skill's name is.
The thing that pushes you away.
Just don't say banger.
Yeah. That skill really pushes everybody away, so that way I have a chance to help everybody escape, or even myself. And I'm gonna say this right now: the amount of times Mark we trying to get rid of Baby, but he end up escaping by getting inside somebody's body. The amount of times we tried to get rid. I do recall
Baby.
do recall when we were playing Squadron, me and Mark we try to get rid of Broly and Baby, but Baby decided to get inside of Broly's body, and I ended up starting losing, and so does Mark. Then after that, everything falls down.
Yeah.
But there's also the skill and the skill 2, Energy Explosive. It gives him a massive defense, but the downside for him, he can attack. But the upside for him, he can slow us down, meaning we have less to get out.
He is there to slow people down and also get out if he's near an ally that's probably full of health, and he just heals himself as a
A smart
result.
player will know when to use their little push away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Because they
think
does not respawn fast.
I don't think Baby is like, oh my god, this Baby is playing the game. It's more like, okay, we got to deal with this problem.
Yeah.
I don't feel ever intimidated by a Baby player when I see him queued up. It's just more of
There's
like,
also-
eh.
There's also his ultimate revenge. When enemies are surrounding him, he can use it to gain some extra defense before he can get out, try to survive there.
Well, okay. I think that's pretty much everything we can really say about Baby. Baby, like I said, I think he's mid. Like I think he's just below Goku in terms of like, and he's better than Vegeta. But I don't really see much else beyond that. All right, so Deborah, this is Explode's main.
Okay, so he's
Wait,
got
not
lasting damage with the fire breath. He can stone you on the spot and keep you petrified until a few seconds, giving free extended damage. What was the other thing? Oh, and he can keep you from dashing away.
Even with that being said, the spit does feel random whenever it pops off. When it does, it's great. When it doesn't, yeah, it's like, okay, he's kind of middling damage and he can get punished. I think he's at the top of B tier of just okay. Mainly because of that spit and everything else that comes along with it. He gets that spit
Mark,
off, you gotta kill confirm. What's up?
I was gonna say I was gonna budget about you said it's gonna be random. It's not. He has a meter on the bottom of it.
It
If
feels
the meter
random,
goes all the
though.
way up.
No,
Okay.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, as you go right now on details, demon demon or demon.
Domain.
Oh,
Demon's Domain, an ability that petrifies enemy heroes. The petrification gauge increases when enemy heroes hit with certain
Doman.
powered up skills
Sorry,
or rush
so
attacks.
it's bottom right corner.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
bottom corner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of
Yeah, that's why I never noticed it.
yeah, the bottom of the corner. But that also affect with the skills. When it stacks up, that the spit will be active. Also,
Okay. George,
Oh.
you gonna finish that?
Oh yeah. So the downside is that sometimes why it feels random is it depletes the gauge when the enemy hero performs a vanishing step or is not nearby for a set period. So just vanishing step
Yeah.
removes progress on that.
yeah,
So I can't
there-
just save it for later.
No.
well, you can if you keep stacking it up.
But
It
that's
is
not
slow.
later then.
It
That's just you need to do it when you're in the moment and there and then.
You gotta become perpetually near them. So yeah.
Yeah, and also his ultimate, Evil's blast. And I'm gonna say that right now, everyone's like, Deborah's ultimate is really sucks.
Fills
Which-
pepper.
I don't know.
Fills the petrification gauge of enemy heroes hit by the explosion.
Of enemy heroes.
I think the
Yeah.
devs mindset was that we didn't want to make the evil blast too good if we're gonna have it capitalized with the petrification. But then there's the other problem of how can you follow up with that after you hit them? Then most people are already running
Yeah,
away doing a dash. So that would clear the petrification gauge. Oops. But in terms of Deborah overall, I think he's just okay. But you know what? Considering that, I think we'll just put him right below Vegeta then. Just in terms of usefulness. Now that I kind of see more of what is being said, I don't queue against good Deborah players that often. And like I said, it almost feels random with the spit mechanic going off on me. I know when it hits, it's annoying, and when it hits, when you're the
Yeah.
person doing it, it's amazing. But it's like, yeah. you're not going to find many opportunities where you can really capitalize on that because most players see Deborah and they're like, okay, stay away from me, shoot, zone, all that stuff. So there's that. Okay, moving on. Cooler.
Okay, he slows you down and can sometimes grab you. That's about it.
Not to mention the amount of skills
His
he
death ball is amazing.
I was gonna
Yes,
say,
but that goes without saying.
but
It's basically a spirit bomb, but
His
weaker.
entire moveset is trying to draw an enemy in because his ultimate, when it hits, no matter even if you're far away from it, if you're just within its range and its outermost limits, you will be drawn back just a little. And Cooler can
he's,
just
he's
add on
like,
more
I will
punishment.
say though, when you max out his charge attack, and you actually grab someone out of their base, it's a
Yes.
gotcha.
yeah. There's also his passive I'm bad at reading. I'm gonna say it right now. When
His
he's on
passive does
his
let him heal a little bit too.
no, when his final form or his normal form, he does give himself immediately all status, which just give him when he uses his skills, the Death Stopper, Destruction Ray, and Death Crusher. He gets all immune to any attacks that be hit on it.
He's
Meaning
usually
the-
my main when I tank.
Yeah, but good luck trying to use that in a strategy.
Yeah, strategies are annoying. But Death Crusher is helpful when you hit somebody else. Does slow them down. But if
I
he-
mentioned that, George. I mentioned him slowing people down.
Yeah, but
Yep.
when he but I also didn't mention about the grab mechanic uses it. He does.
I
give-
mentioned the grab too, George. I mentioned the two things he's very good
I'm
at.
sorry. I'm trying to read all the.
But you're
stuff
forgetting his
that I
death
forgot
laser.
giving you. I'm sorry.
Hey George,
He's definitely a good
George,
guy.
George, you failed to mention how he can grab the opponent and then throw them with the death ball. You know, I just wanna make sure.
So
He's a fire in his laser.
Hold on.
I think in terms of Cooler being a tank, he's probably the less impressive tank in the
But-
game. Like I'd say he's better than Vegeta with an ultimate. I think his ultimate's a lot better
He
than
is.
Vegeta's.
And it's fine to use, but you're not going to get far.
Yeah,
There's
I-
also the. I was gonna say the Death Stopper is also the one that can cancel our skills out of nowhere when trying to use it on him. The amount of time we all try to use our skills on Cooler, even though he just started using it as Death Stopper, he does cancel our skills, even our ultimates as well.
well, with that being
but
said,
why would you put effort into the Death Stopper when you could just put it all into the grab?
yeah, the grab. Just, come over here.
No, I'm saying like the Death Stopper actually disturbs your skill mechanic.
My point still stands, George.
All right, let's
Or
move
at least
on.
the grab will-
Let's move on. Let's move on. Anyway, so we got BoJack here. I get mixed reviews from BoJack, but personally speaking, based on many good BoJack players, I'm gonna have to put him right over here in terms of the fair and balanced category because boy oh boy, he is a zone monster. When
He
It's
is
a very
my main
impressive
damage.
ultimate.
yeah, he has
Yeah,
a lot of.
At least
Not
his
the-
ultimate cannot pivot. His ultimate cannot pivot, at least.
And he
So,
cannot
you know.
exit out of it like Goku.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Or
He-
it's not the same immunity like Cooler and.
I say
So he
he's
throws
not.
down his little net trap thing, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
throws down his bubbles. That way he literally controls the area, and then ultimate, just to sweep and then bring everything like a nice pincer.
I'd say he's not as good as Trunks and Piccolo just because they are a little bit more they have
Versatile.
versatile than BoJack. BoJack is just flat out zone. He's a zone monster, and that's
Mm-hmm.
and he has some traps, which is just a kind of an annoying thing to deal with when you're running away and he just throws his minions. And the fact that the level was it the maxed out level 3 ultimate with the firework beams that he has with his people, it is almost you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit, and it's
Oh, yeah.
annoying. It's not a boss killing. It's not a boss killing move.
Not intended to be.
No,
It's
and-
basically just to clear out an area.
yeah. So that's why I think that he's not necessarily like on the level of Piccolo or Trunks, just because those two guys can do what he does a little bit more efficiently, and they could probably take him out too. He's a big hitbox, mind you. That dude's a chunky boy. But like, it doesn't really hamper him down. Maybe because of his minions that just show up. Now, also, this character just kind of deconfirms having a playable Zangia, because she's part of his kit, So you're not gonna have that.
What would they do with her, anyways?
Oh!
They just have her die.
We need the female.
Yeah.
Have her die. Sacrifice yourself to give the entire team an HP up. I don't know, but
Yeah, just like the real thing.
just like. But I really don't have much more to say about BoJack. If you guys have anything new to add on that, that's kind of, I think my experience kind of covers everything you guys probably have said.
All I'm gonna say is right now, his skills has AOE attack. That's for dang sure for that.
Yeah, annoying. All right, Oob. This is a guy
He
that
exists.
yeah, he exists in this game. I fought good
I don't
I
get
wish
players.
he's not exist. I wish he's not existed. The amount of times these OOP players are so annoying to deal with. Because they do massive damage out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Even though we got rid of their snowball.
Their swirl move is what gives them their little damage boost up or something like that. I never understood it.
Let me look it up here. I have the game still open. Let's see. Cyclone Stream, an ability that strengthens rush attacks and super attacks using Cyclone. Cyclone, obtained by firing energy blast with certain skills. Use it to strengthen his rush attacks and super attacks. Gradually decreases after a set amount of time has passed since acquisition use. Oh, okay, so he kind of has somewhat like Trunks, where he has that, like, unlike Trunks' overcharge, this thing just kind of, you can see essentially a meter that builds up every single time he does actions, and then he does like once he uses it, it's like okay, I gotta do a kill confirm now, and he rushes towards enemies just to finish the job. So yeah, I've been annoyed by many Oob players, and I will definitely say that I think Oob probably goes right below BoJack in terms of being fair and balanced, because I can kill Oob players. And I don't think I've been in a situation where I'm like, oh, the Oob, why did he do that? I mean, besides the damage, because damage is damage in this game, but like, there's no, I think, majorly oppressive thing that he does that makes me want to destroy my controller. It's just the skill of the enemy Oob player. And he doesn't really have much to really like write home about. I don't see much fancy dancy things with this kit other than he does good damage. And unlike Goku and everybody else in B tier, I kind of have to respect the Oob player that shows up. And because he's not a boss killer, but he also is a killer of the people trying to kill the boss killer. And for that, I think he's pretty darn annoying for that. Do you guys have
If
any?
he gets him off guard, he's gonna die though.
Yeah, that's
There's also
yeah, fair.
there's also the shooting chaser, which apparently he does give his those little keys around him back.
Yeah, you guys talk about like
Which
what do we do with Zongyo? Like they put a character like Oob here. What has Oob ever done in the anime?
He absorbed a very important character and then lost. That's what he did.
That's what he did.
Oh no, he absorbed the tentacle-headed one.
Ben.
You know, I find it funny. They call him Super Oob. They call him Super Oob, even though technically his name for years has been Majoob. Interesting. That
I
they're
prefer
changing that now.
Ubu, quite frankly.
Ubu.
I think I think they're trying to bring it up. This is the Boo that fought Babe.
No, but they're calling him
Yeah,
Oob. But the transformation name for many years was Majoob. That was the fusion
Well,
name.
that's just the English version. I think they're trying to say it's like, look, he doesn't have Boo inside of him because obviously Boo's right there. The good Boo, the one that matters.
Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah. I can't argue with that. All right.
No. Just wait until they release Kid Boo as a damage.
The next one
That
I
thing's
am
gonna be berserk.
pretty excited to talk about.
Caulifla.
Oh,
I was not. I did not know I was gonna be able to main this character when I started doing the tank for my A4 run to get the tank up there. But Caulifla, slowly but surely, once I understood how to play the character and what her role was, can really.
The amount of times.
What?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
The amount of times that Caulifla could survive even against the newer DLC characters really showed me that she has a very, very good kit. And obviously, everyone has an advantage during Superstart. I think she has, for a tank anyway, possibly one of the best damaging kits to snowball into. So I'll try to be brief about this. Caulifla has her kick move. Her kick move applies. What's that? What's that? That thing called? It's a status effect.
The provoke.
She applies provoke onto the enemy using the kick move. When you apply provoke on the enemy, she does more damage to the enemy. Only if she does. So she's the only one that benefits from it. When you throw the blaze dive, that little homing shot that you latch onto an enemy if it hits, that does more damage if the enemy is under provoke. So a lot of her kit is surrounded about doing more damage when the enemy is in provoke tier. So you know what you do? You put everything into the kick. So that way everybody gets hit by the kick, everyone gets hit by provoke, and you're essentially upgraded yourself from being a tank into a DPS character that essentially can shrug off two people punching you at the same time, because not only what was it? I think the bring it on. Let me see. What's the an ability that buffs resistance to enemies with provoke status. Damage taken is reduced from enemies who are provoked. You provoke two people in a scenario like what George and I were doing. You provoke two people, you are taking less damage and you're giving them more damage because you're combining that with her a little latch her blaze dive attack. She becomes offensive as a tank, and that is scary good. And she has a lot of things I think that a tank typically doesn't have. She has an easy way to escape in the form of that blaze dive. If you guys saw the video with Dummy where we were fighting the Dummy, I managed to get away from being killed a little earlier than I should have by moving my reticle to where the Cell Juniors were across the map, using that, and then essentially I grapple beamed my way out. So you could essentially use NPCs to escape enemies who are dogpiling you or throwing everything after they see you use the vanish. They're like, there's no way they can get out now. Yoink, you just get out that way. You use an enemy to get out, or you use another enemy that's chasing you, latch onto them, and then run the other way. And then on top of that, you have the energy release, which I would probably say is one of her. I thought that was her best ability, but it's actually her least best ability, and all of her abilities are really good. The barrier is there to keep away people from your area, your zone, and also protects your people.
Yeah,
so you got people.
Oh,
go ahead. Yeah.
Her downside of the release energy, the energy, it does not work on characters bypass the release energy.
Certain characters can sneak around the barrier.
And it works against beams, but it does not work against people like Broly who just tap dance into it, or the sphere destruction. Spirit bombs do not work. Or spirit bombs override that. But a lot of times when you're putting the barrier up, what I've noticed is that you want to put your barrier up towards someone running to a boss, so you can essentially block them from getting closer, buying your team more time. And it is absolutely hilarious seeing someone set up a spirit bomb only for you to push them away, and the spirit bomb misses.
Yeah.
So
we also got. Bro, there's also the elephant room. Her worst ultimate.
Yeah, her ultimate attack is probably the worst, I think, from her kit. It does almost no damage, but the only time I use it is just to smooth criminal my way out of problems, and that's about it.
She gains a lot of movement. She gains a lot of movement. Her question. That's for sure.
Yeah, the ultimate is normally the last thing that gets upgraded to level 3, and even when it is at level 3, it's probably not doing nearly as much damage. But there is a reasonable world where you can put Snowball on Caulifla, and she will just not die, and she will kill everybody in a couple of shots. She is probably one of the better tanks, and I think, just in general for this Caulifla, she's probably just a slightly better than Zamasu in terms of a tank role. You guys can disagree with me on that, but the amount of times I was able to take down other teams by myself, or just have 3 people attacking me while my other teammates are doing other, dirty work, is absolutely a good testament to how good of a tank she is. She is almost unkillable sometimes.
Not to mention the amount of time you abuse Icarus to get all the way to the boss.
Yes.
Not the boss defeat. The shadow structure. The amount of time that the enemies are focusing on us just managed like.
Yeah, Khalifa's a really good tank. I don't think she's the best tank in the game, but I think she is very, very, very good. Like a very powerful, fair and balanced tank character. Way better than Vegeta. I think Vegeta would love to have that barrier.
I should ask Ron if it can Khalifa enjoying riding Icarus all the way to the boss.
Anyway, that's enough Glaze in there. Kid Goku or Diamond Goku.
Annoying. This
Mini
guy is
Goku.
Annoying as hell.
I the
That power pole,
Honestly,
the
all I
power
know
pole.
about him is that he sometimes lays some traps with his allies, or has very long melee damage hitbox.
Yeah,
better.
that power pole, man, it is oppressively long for a character like that. It's a key,
You can't
it's a
even
key
flee from
blast.
it. Once it hits, it literally stuns you.
I'm gonna make an executive decision and just say that no matter who comes next, he's gonna probably be at the bottom of annoying tier. Because when you see
Yes.
Daima Goku, he is always going to hit you. Always is going to hit you.
It don't matter. You can't run from him. He's inevitable. He's like a mini Thanos, a micro Thanos.
It's just
He's inevitable.
too darn annoying to get away with. He's I think the least annoying of the S tier annoying characters, just because of that.
Yeah.
All
He's the
right,
most killable.
most
Okay,
killable
those-
too, yeah, but I mean like it's still
There's
annoying.
also, there's also the time when we do match up against good mini Goku mini, and we can all agree that good players who play mini, there are monsters do understand how they can.
All right,
And we do not do with child violence. We reserve that.
I've only ever been on
for
a
Diamond
team
Goku.
with 817, and he's always the one who gets the victory screen.
this guy, because of my experience seeing players and seeing Red use this guy very religiously, I'm gonna probably have to put him right above Trunks in terms of fair and balanced. I think this guy, in terms of support, he is so good. He is so
Really?
good.
I don't know what he does, but he does it really well.
There are two things that I know 17 for that are very impactful to the game. One,
Hold
he
on.
can heal you and himself and essentially help you escape being hoarded by a bunch of people, and he can turn people's transformations off. Just like that.
Yep.
He could have spam it. What's that, Goku? You look like you have to use the restroom? Oh, it's probably because 17 just spamming transformation turn off, so you can't do it.
No. 17 is like, oh, you want a mirror lash? I'm sorry. Constipation medicine.
Constipation. 17
17 on your back. 17. Constipation.
17 is can do a lot of great things. He can cap if he wants to. He can do damage if he wants to. He can heal you if he wants to.
Well-rounded.
And he can also gimmick you with the by turning off. What's that? Kale's coming towards you. Just turn off the transformation, and then Kale's confused. As many times I've been confused as Kale, where I'm like, "What? My transformation's gone!" And then boom, free kill. Yeah, exactly.
There's also we gotta remember the barrier knuckle does give the enemies the heroes and enemies slowness effect, including disturbing your skills as well.
Yeah.
Which the amount of keep getting hit on that.
17 almost gets in the S tier, but I think he's fair and balanced because he still can be killed, but it is difficult to kill him sometimes. Yeah. He is.
Underpowered,
Yeah.
but very, very versatile.
Captain, can we all agree about the counter barrier, his ultimate?
Oh, well, what about it? I don't quite remember seeing that often. What is counter barrier?
Let me read it for you right here. Set up a barrier to protect you and allies while creating an area explosive gives you and nearby heroes extra 8. Applies no healing extras to the enemies. It hits less HP. Total HP you have, more damage dealt, and more extra 8.
Okay, so he
Well,
does
put it
does
against 10.
damage. He does damage, and he stops the enemy from healing if they're in
Meaning the
the
amount-
zone.
Yeah, that includes the monsters and all the tanks who start healing from backing up and Boo's healing ability.
Yeah, so he's an anti-Zamasu or anti-healer essentially. So he just makes Boo's job invalid.
Yeah.
So
The best part is he also disturbs transfer, which you also recall that.
Yeah.
still fun.
Yeah,
Disable their chest.
Red was having so much fun just trolling a Goku who was trying to transform right in front of him at low health.
Don't forget that Gotenks player. Don't forget that Gotenks player.
Yeah, Gotenks was also trying to transform. It's like, oh, what's that? You're taking more damage while you're transforming. Wow, okay, that's funny. But yeah, 17. I'd say probably the best of, one of the best fair and balanced technical characters in the game as of far. Then we got Hit. Hit is I'm not gonna say he's annoying. I think Hit is in A tier, but he's with a big asterisk. And I will say I think he's probably above Zamasu and Caulifla. I think just in terms of where he stands, and let me explain. He is a punch and go guy. He's very fragile, but in the hands of some very, very, very good Hit players that we've seen, you never see Hit coming. You never
Now you
see
see him. Now you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. And
Oh no, your screen goes purple. Yeah, you're gonna be dead.
yeah, and the fact that
Not to
you
mention-
never know where he's going to be at any given time. He literally has Invisible Man with him at all times.
Yeah, but we're also gonna mention about his ultimate, his assassin domain. It does give them your enemy allies fear, which that also embodies to give them vulnerability, meaning they have more chance to hit harder, even though their roles are different. But also, I forgot to about their buffs and nerfs. And I forgot to mention the 17. 17 wasn't that good before they decided to give him his buff. At the time, he wasn't good, but now they gave him. Same goes to Hit. Apparently, Vital Point skill, Vital Point Strike wasn't his best ability. That skill was mainly being avoided by Death Blow and Dimension. I forget what's the. I'm reading the drift skill. Those were the only two more focus rather than Vital Point skill. But now since they give him his buff, that skill was also now more important because it does.
The long and
do a
short of
massive-
it is that 17 is a lot better of a character now than when he was originally.
Yeah,
And hit, I think.
Thank you,
is what he's
Passion.
saying.
yeah. Hit
Like
wasn't
they
that
got
good now.
better
For now,
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like Hit is a character you need to respect when you start seeing towers mysteriously start being destroyed. Yeah, he is a backdoor guy, like backdoorsman by the heart of Jake right there, because he can sneak up on practically people and towers. Once you find a Hit and you can kill him, it's like, whew, okay, we have like 5 seconds before he shows up again. Make the most of it. So
Mhm.
players actually need to be feared on that one. But like I said, he's fragile enough that I think that he doesn't come off as oppressively too good.
Probably why you don't see him too much.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
A lot of times you just sneak in around.
But when he does, he
Yes.
is the guy.
He is
He
the
is
guy.
that guy.
I mean,
Oh.
in the teams or
Now we're
teams,
gonna
you
talk
just
about
see him at all.
Now we're
Okay.
gonna talk about the one they needed help.
Yeah, Kale, I'm
Come on, Kale.
gonna say this right now. I think Kale is probably gonna be at the top of getting rolled in general, because her kit is designed to be a zoner, but that don't mean squat when the enemy team's like, oh, it's Kale, get her.
Stop her!
Yeah.
She is so vulnerable to up close and personal attacks that you can have a match where everybody knows the Kale playstyle, so they just won't. They will always approach her directly. And the thing is, she dies quickly, and
any
it's hard
guy.
for her to rebound. And so
In fact, even her transformation is nothing against 17 and Topo.
yeah, 17 Topo will eviscerate Kale, and then Kale can still take damage in buff form, even when it's not trying to be turned off. It's just like, yeah, she gets
Very true.
extra health, and you still need to do some action inputs to kill the enemy. In modern,
I think they're doing her disservice, honestly, because, you have all the other Super Saiyans. They can go Super Saiyan. Not her. She only has that Berserk form as a thing right there. She needs to have her own Super Saiyan transformation.
I
Just
think-
put
I
her
think
in, like, regular Berserk form.
if they do that, it's probably going to be a new Kale where she transforms into Super Saiyan 2 like Caulifla does. So, because
Yeah.
that is her thing, that she's able to do beyond that. But
Also, I'm gonna say this right now.
what?
I'm reading Kit right now. Her passive right now.
Mhm.
Courage of encouragement. Her skills and attacks will be increased by nearby ally. which I was mainly close with you. You get in like massive attacks when you are dealing.
Yeah, but why do you want her near your allies? Because if she's in there, if she's next to an ally, she's in punching range.
Yeah, that's kind of the hard part to keep her alive consistently. Like when you got people that are like, get the tank, she's gonna do great. But like realistically, in like higher level matches, which we've had, I've seen a lot of players just try to come at Kale. Like they're running towards her, ignores the tank, and the tank's like, what the heck, man? I'm right in front of you. Why are you running away? And the tank does not know what to do a lot of times when you're playing with randos. So it's like, oh,
Thank you.
yeah. So like the Kale, and plus, like I said, her ultimate is her transforming, right? But her sometimes, let's say you throw it out, right? You still need to take like 2 or 3 swings, and then you got players like later the Gohan on the list where they have a little bit of health left, right? And they just outpace her, so she can't even chase them away and kill them. She needs to have a good couple of swings before she can kill them, or at least kill them from.
Skill issue.
There's also she gets
with Kale going against other people. No, there's just people are faster than Kale. People are just faster than Kale in general.
I was gonna say that she also be on immune to any status effects. She can ignore blind, one of them. Well, is there. She can ignore defense decrease and lower down. The downside is
she just ignores defense and deals damage.
Yeah, she ignores.
So basically,
she ignores all bad aspects. Almost most of it, not all of it. But me and the captain, me and Mark, we all agreed they should give her immunity.
Give her like immunity all damage for like 2 seconds, just so she can at least.
I don't think
off.
that should be. She should just not have any. She should not. She should be able to stun.
Or at least have something to help her get away from it, because everything else is geared towards offense, not at all defense or retreat.
Kale does stun if she's a bit away of the. Because we did see him multiple times
in her buff form, like when she's punching in the buff form, she should stun.
No, she does that. Does that in her buff. All her other skills they don't, but her berserker, her evolution berserker.
Oh, that's going to reach the buff.
Yeah.
No, what else can you expect from a paper tiger? She's a glass cannon and paper tiger.
It's been like that. It's just the part.
George, the point is she needs to have something to help her survive in that ultimate form, because once you use it and it gets just yoinked away from you because you get killed, you have to wait like 80 seconds for that thing to come back. So it's like, oh, cool. So
and you're right back to square one.
I didn't say we didn't need it there. I say we do need that for Kale.
No, that's not. I mean, what I'm trying to get at is that the main important thing is she needs something to keep her alive for that form, because for majority of the match she's just pew-pewing the entire match. You get people in a constant cycle where you just dump the slow ball into the scatter shot, and you can with snowball, right, you can essentially one shot. I love that about the character. That's why I play as the character. And of course the same thing goes for like Piccolo's special beam cannon. When you got level 3 with the resist, was it a charge force? I know some games call it resist cannon, but like her shot, her like laser gun, right? You can essentially do free damage to somebody off screen if you just feel like, I wonder if someone's here. And it's a fun thing. But the moment she ends up encountering anyone in her inside of her shooty McShooty zone, and they just come at her and attack her, she's going to die faster than she is going to be able to shoot them down. And then, of course, when you're throwing the ultimate is not there to be the, okay, one-shot kill. What I found the ultimate for her is that you need to just pop it off when enemies are low, and you could just scoop up. You're never there to throw the ultimate when people are at full health and you're hoping to get them low, because
not a straight-up brawl.
Yeah,
especially against the 2 characters mentioned before.
Yeah, it's a very big disadvantageous thing to play as Kale for right now, and until they fix her, I'm gonna say she's at C tier, where she can get rolled, but
she was my favorite, and by ours I mean yours.
Yeah, she is my favorite just because the Videl does not exist yet. So there you have
Again, why is she not on this? Why is she not on these options?
it. Because she's not in the game yet. I don't want to see people. That's what the thumbnail's for.
I am literally telling you this will literally make the views better in the future because someone will go, oh hey look, this person did Videl all these months ago.
And there's my very first favorite character.
Yeah, Gammas.
George's
2 health
first
bars.
love.
2 health bars. That's all I see. 2 health bars. That's all I see.
All I'm saying right now.
Yeah, you
the
almost
gameplays
killed the
that
guy? No, you didn't.
The amount of times that gameplays I play as the Gammas, the cat. I'll let Mark what he saw with the Gammas.
I don't want the video to go for too long because I kind of said the most I could about the characters I play as personally. But yeah, the Gammas can be annoying for 2 reasons. One, the 2 health bar problem where Explode just said it. Yeah, what? I'm about to die? No, I swap out. Now you have to like have yourself be discouraged that you're about to die instead of them. So there's that. And then to the Gamma, was it the Gamma's Ultimate, which is what Gamma Core? What was it called? Gamma Core?
Gamma Core is actually the level 11. The ultimate is called Special Pose, but the Gamma Core Breaker is actually the 3rd level.
Oh, 3rd level. Okay.
Which we need. Yeah.
That could essentially move the needle in a group fight. That doesn't really happen too much in higher level play because everyone's being more cautious. But the Gammas are incredibly oppressive, I think, for a DPS. And I will say they fulfill a lot of different roles. They can survive, essentially tank very well.
They're great for defense too.
They can replenish a lost Gamma 2 or Gamma 1, or I forget which one is disposable.
Gamma 2 or 1, in case one of them.
Yeah, you could essentially get that health bar back by just going back to zone.
But it takes time, so it's not broken.
Oh no, you could just go back to base and just get him back.
Yeah.
That you just recall.
Time, therefore not broken.
Oh,
Yeah, but you gotta go back to base.
yeah. So it's either that or waiting 30 seconds. I'm gonna say probably the top of fair and balanced. I think for like a DPS, they are really really good. They don't have to really
Also, I
worry
wanna
much
say this
about
right
17.
now.
What's up?
Well, I'm gonna say this right now. Gamma Impact is the one that Gamma 1 does the flying impact attack. The one that he does like a flying kick at the enemy. He does gain some shield back. He does gain some shield from doing attack. And I can transfer. It can transfer to that defense to Gamma 2 if I use the Gamma Strike, which that one gives Gamma 2 an oppressive And here's the thing about these two. These two have least cooldowns that can use the amount of I use the Gamma. They can keep using it over and over to the point that I just got I look like I didn't any much damage at all.
Well, with that being said, I want to bring up one thing that just occurred to me. Kale, me being a Kale main is a 2 for 2 for having a character that is in the first wave of a game being tied to a gimmicky transformation. First one being Mount Lady from Ultra Rumble. Yeah, because Mount Lady in that game, Mount Lady in that game, it never got updated after the, I think was it 2nd season that came out, and every single time I play as that character, I always ask myself, why doesn't she stay big? She's literally an entire gimmick. Same thing has to deal with Kale here, but that's a time for another thing. All right, I'm not even gonna go with the pretense. This guy is still
Annoying.
very annoying.
The nerf does not do much. He's still very annoying.
Collected hate. We all literally held a hate donor table for this guy.
Even though they debuff him, still annoying.
Instant transmission. I think that's the worst thing about him is instant transmission. He could
No.
You also
Pivoting
get a him during
Pivoting
Dragon
Kamehameha.
so you gotta respect it.
The
And
pivoting
his Kamehameha,
command.
while very nerfed, thank God, is still his Kamehameha.
It still kills, man. The Kamehameha, the instant transmission, the Dragon Fist. Yes, Khalifa can just shrug off the 2 beams I listed, but instant transmission being a very oppressively strong movement tool is...
They literally just said, let's stack this MF. This motherfucker. They stacked it.
There would have been another tier beyond annoying if they did not patch up Goku the way they did, but he's still very, very much broken on that end. And
All I'm gonna say this right now,
It is,
it is
but not as oppressive. Broken.
I'm gonna say this right now. playing him on controller, it's really difficult to move around the Kamehameha way. It's actually really difficult to move it.
I don't deny that. All right, Yogi Bear. I'm gonna say this right now. He goes at the very end of annoying tier. Because Cell. Okay, this is Cell for people who don't know. This is Cell.
Yeah, that's that.
Cell
Hey,
is
woo-woo.
only annoying at the very top, the very bottom of annoying tier, because of Bear Hug.
He sucks.
If he's alone, he will die.
But
He will deal damage, but he will die.
Yeah.
The thing is he's a tank unit, but I'm sorry, he's a tank unit and he's a terrible tank when he's imperfect. The moment he becomes
Yes.
perfect, he is just Bear Hug into Cell games, into another Bear Hug. You're running away.
And
he's like, no,
God forbid
what's
you
this?
hear another opponent.
Don't forget, he also regained health from from taking damage.
Yes, and also this is a thing I'm gonna steal from Explodes. Cell is only great because of Bear Hug because he's there to make other annoying characters, or even very strong characters, kill confirm. He's not gonna kill you. He's there to make someone else kill you, keep you in place. What's that? C tier Kale over here is trying to set up a shot. I got you, Kale. Just Bear Hug this man here for you. Boom! There you go. Lined up the shot. He's dead now. And you can spam the heck out of that.
It's the perfect kill confirmed.
You know, we could have called him Barney the Dinosaur at this point, too, because he leaves in hugs as well. With a great big hug.
But he doesn't love you. That's the thing.
No, he does love. He loves to kill you. He likes to troll you.
Oh man, so like a lot of what makes Cell annoying is transformation, which you can feasibly get there. You're never gonna have a high level match where Cell's not transformed. He's going to transform and be bear hugging you, because the bear hug, according to George and what I've tested out, is only activates when you're running away. Why are you running away? Because you're low on health. So
Why are you running now? Why
a
are you
lot
running?
of times you're going to get a kill confirmed from Cell because one, you're trying to run away from him, and he's like, nah, you just wasted your vanish, and also I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna
Bear
grab
hug.
you. Bear hug gets
Yeah,
it.
where's my hug, Cell? I was so left out.
So I think it's he's annoying.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this right now. There's also the one move that helps him with the race match. Basically, it's the one that's called the bear hugger that we keep naming it. Big Bang Crush, fire. Right. I'm gonna say this right now. This thing gives slows a. If anyone's trying to run away, bear hug them.
Yeah, essentially. You know, another picture you could have used Explodes would have been Bear Hugger from Punch Out.
Yeah, I should have.
Wanna hug?
I was so obsessed with using a bear, I didn't think of a human called a bear.
And then when Cell goes down, timber.
Well, I mean, the argument's called bears, but I don't think we'd be comfortable talking about them.
All right, okay.
I thought about that. I refused.
All right, so we got the Lorax. The Lorax. I'm already gonna say this right now. The Lorax takes the best. I think he's the best fair and balanced DPS in the game.
I'm gonna
Hands
say this
down.
right now.
Hands down.
Now.
I'm gonna say this right now. Mark was very impressed with Destruction Topo.
Yes, it's the
That's a
Pacha,
fail.
the Pacha meme, the Pacha meme, dude. It was.
And here's the thing, the amount of times that Mark witnessed Topo going straight to the God of Destruction's enemy barrier, which in fact, Zeno was not there at the time. I managed to kill a Piccolo inside that barrier.
we could essentially start.
Fitting clothes hangers got a lot of reach.
Yeah, we essentially had a good method. When I was trying to get Khalifa to A4, George was using Topo, so we went on the bottom lane together. Our strat, I will say one more time, is just attack the DPS, screw the Kai, go straight for the DPS and kill him. A lot of the times, what I would do is I put everything into the kick and into that tracking bomb. I forgot the name already. And George would use the Crash Bandicoot spin. And essentially what ended up happening almost, I want to say 90% of matches ended up with one of us either killing the DPS or the tank, or both, or chasing them to their base and then forcing them to retreat, and so we can take the Kais for ourselves. It was essentially almost a perfect
It was a
plan.
Bloody Mary. It was a Bloody Mary.
It was very efficient. It almost came down to being predictable. Like, we already kind of considered that the middle section was going to be ours with that strat. Like, Topo
There's also
does
the
a
time,
lot.
I'm gonna say this right now. There's also the time that the captain did saw. Mark did saw. I used. What's the skill again? Hold on. Let me bring out that skill again.
Is it the counter?
No, George. We need to move on.
Yeah, this video is a little too long
I
for
know.
what it is. But the thing
Oh,
about
you
Topo
skill?
that makes him really great is that counter. Most people just do not know how to stop pushing the button.
Especially the spear.
If you
the
get
spear
up close to him,
destruction.
you're gonna die. If you shoot him from afar, the counter could still kill you, but you're gonna kill him.
Like a
Speaking of that, spear destruction is to kill them right in front of Mark.
Yeah, boss kill, and player kill. That's what makes him extremely better than Spear Bomb Goku's. The Spear Bomb might kill you, but that Spear Destruction most likely will kill you, along with the boss.
Most
It
likely.
is-
Even if it doesn't, the residue will.
yeah, that residual damage you get from Topo is just so darn obnoxious. You could be like, oh, I got a little bit of health left, goes to base, dies in base.
many times. So many times.
Yeah, that little effect that he has there makes Topo such an amazing unit. But the reason why he's not annoying is because he's a big boy. It's a big boy target. He's slow, and you could feasibly zone him out and stop pushing the attack button when he's in counterpoint. It's your fault for taking that much damage if you see him in counter
I
stance.
know.
You can't.
Also, we do also mention that Rez did mention me a bunch of times. I should have not survived the amount of on Door's death.
Yeah, you shouldn't, but Topo did, and so I think that's what makes him probably the most fair and balanced, and like the strongest fair and balanced character on the DPS side. Like he ekes out the gammas just because I think he just has better tools than the gammas. So
That wasn't me.
I put my hat. I tip my hat off to this guy. So because we haven't had a
The
chance to
lawyer.
fill it up yet, yeah, here we go. There you go. So there's Go Tanks.
We love Toad Tanks. He's
He's
such a
way too
joy.
fast. He's almost as fast as Frieza.
No, I'm just doing that for Explode so you can feel happy for a couple seconds. But Go Tanks is annoying just for his ghost kamikazes that track you.
The
I
ring thing is less annoying sometimes.
Good luck catching him if you're not Frieza.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say probably in terms of just his viability, like actually being for serious, he's probably going to be in the fair and balanced category because he can still be killed. In terms of lining things up, I would say he's probably going to be a lot more hard to deal with compared to Trunks because of how fast he is, and he has so many movement options and like sabotaging options. He's what Krillin would love to have been. Let's be fair about that.
Oh,
Krillin
yeah.
wishes he was Gotenks.
I mean, that ring ability that like draws people in, it's just like Cell's cell game things. Plus, I mean, you're trying to get away. Nope. Yep. Holds you back.
and he could,
Plus, he can disable your specials for a moment.
Plus, actually, because I was just playing with him, he actually has a pursue ability. Like, if you actually hit your RB button, you can actually, if someone's trying to escape, it's like, oh, I got a sliver of health left. RB. Zoop. Combo. Boom.
by the way, quick tangent about
Love
this. As Caulifla, if you see if you see an enemy a kamikaze minefield in front of you, she can kick him away and take no damage. I did not know you could do that, but it turns
I
out you
mean-
can do that. Yeah, it's a cool thing. They can be damaged by using attacks, not by
They
just
always
taking
been.
hits.
It's just no one does.
You never think about doing that, but it's like, oh, I can just leg sweep this. Okay.
Some attacks don't even work
So-
because you gotta have an enemy there.
all
I'm actually
right,
like Kamehameha, he's going to blast attack.
let's rip the band-aid off, boys. Okay.
We love this guy. We love him. Isn't that right, Mark?
We do?
This thing right here is my new favorite thing. Right here.
Toshi,
Right here.
no! Why would you do that, Toshi? Something about with this video clip.
Could I have my bit on Gohan first before you go on?
Yeah,
Because
go do it, man. Go do it.
All right. As technical roles go, as already established, most of them are usually either, as far as strength goes and power goes, mid to low to non-existent in the case of Boo. The point is, they're a technical. They're not supposed to be the star. Yet with this guy, I don't know much about his other abilities. I can only assume that there's a simple blast and everything. It's just his yo-yoing ability. Push you away or pull you back. It is annoying. You try to escape? No, yo-yo you back. And you know what? Since he's built like a damage character, and you are a technical, and you just got roped in by another technical, he's essentially an anti-technical. And it annoys me so many times.
Not to
I can
mention,
listen
if
to
you're
him.
actually trying to fight back, there's a random chance that he'll just make you cower.
The point is,
Yeah.
he's still like an anti-technical role, and it's like, oh, come on. I mean, even if you were to be something like Frieza, he can still draw you back. Still, Frieza could
Man.
probably escape, but it's going to be annoying.
Man, I found his yo-yo roll name is called Rolling.
George, I don't
Rolling
think any
what?
of us really know the names right now.
Okay.
my point in being this, but I appreciate you looking it up.
Probably
You're being very, very
yo-yo.
diligent in your research, George. Kudos to you.
Oh,
My point is, this thing was annoying as far as DLC goes because, yes, most of the technicals, they have just a small thing going for them. This is an element within just fighting aspect, not a buff or status ability. This one is just simply, oh, I physically can move you. It doesn't hurt you, but it just moves you. I'm just like, oh, come on.
Just leave us alone.
A buff or status makes sense for a lot of things. They're passive or they're active, but this? Okay. Thank you. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. My Ben Talk.
I think
Do we really even need anything after that?
I think the most important thing to consider here is that they gave him two essentially character forcing abilities in the form of the yo-yo and the power attack. The power unleashed. The power unleashed that just makes people cower. If it would have just been one of those in his kit, I think he would be a lot less toxic. But like, my goodness, they gave him both of those. Essentially, the yo-yo's like, come here. Power unleashed is just like, go there. So you have the ability
Again,
to jack
built like a damage character.
Yeah, and he's not even like he's not easy to bully. That's the thing. Yeah, if I found with a good Gohan player, the hardest thing to deal with as a Frieza player was that he can yo-yo you from halfway through the map when you pass by him. I've had that happen. I've had that happen to me before, and I'm like, I pass him, and I'm like maybe like 10 feet away from him, and his yo-yo effect still works and pulls me back in. And I'm like, no, Zarbon can't help me now. So it's like, and in a confrontation, a technical versus technical situation, he will win. He will win, because in the time that you're running away from his power unleashed, he's gonna do damage to you, and you can't do anything about it. You're just locked into a running away animation, and it is just so darn stupid. They nerfed him.
He locks in, and so are you.
Yeah,
Even though they nerfed him, he's still a freaking.
yeah. I think
I don't
he's
think
just.
they can get rid of that. They'd have to make it completely ruin him just to get him nerfed completely.
Well, they did a lot of damage to Goku, and yet he's still an annoying tier. From different races.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest. Right now. Super 3 Goku is not that much annoying anymore. We all got used.
Well, we got used to it, but he's still annoying. He's still annoying though.
Yeah, I think he's less annoying just by virtue of these new characters being even more annoying, bar maybe one or two. But that's because the next subject is...
Speaking
If
of
you get to the
annoying,
corner, you're
there's
dead.
speaking
He's
of annoying,
basically just
Vegeta. Freaking Vegeta. The amount of
he's
times
beatable, but like you gotta sneak up on him, and you gotta have two people.
no, even if you try to sneak up on him, there's a fact that there's a wall behind.
Oh, what's that? You're getting stun locked into a wall because he keeps pushing you. Oh, looks like you're dead. Oh, you could have moved.
Hey, he can crush you! He can compact press you!
Yeah. It's just like
I mean, how? How do you
you-
have that as an element in a game? Fascinating, but why? And why only him? Why can't Caulifla do this?
yeah, her
Those
barrier.
guys don't even feel that much damage. They just push you, and you're killed by everyone else.
Yeah, and the thing
It's
with
a
Khalifa's
movable
barrier.
barrier.
Yeah, you said Khalifa's barrier doesn't even do that if it hits somebody into a wall. That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. It's like, yeah, Vegeta is annoying, not as annoying as Gohan, but he has tools in his kit that just make him so hard to really kill. And because he's a tank, he also has the benefit of having that extra health and regeneration, and then he has a stupid shield that blocks practically everything. Kale can't get past
Pair
it.
him with
Behind him.
Pair him with 3 Goku and have him charge up a Kamehameha while he
You have to have two people to attack him, but he's always with somebody.
Yeah, he's always with somebody, and because he's a tank, he will most
Not
likely
that I-
survive to go back with another person.
Not to mention, before they nerfed him, man was a huge problem because of the barrier, how long he can hold on that barrier.
Oh
The
yeah,
amount of
don't
times-
get me started with he could just go to enemy's tower and just put the barrier over it so the people could just cap while they're immune to all damage.
And his ultimate also pushes, so like.
Why?
Like a beach.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? It's like you can't just have them inside the beam taking it so they can rush at him. No, it has to be a pushing tool as well. So. And
Because now it's like, oh, we can't
If he
have
wants you
these things.
somewhere,
We
you
can't-
will be there.
We can't have stationary abilities anymore. It's more fast paced. I foresee that we're going to be seeing a lot more ultimates that actually can move now, like the big blasts,
Mhm.
like Goku's pivoting Kamehameha, like Goku's ultimate, like the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's super shield.
Notice how
It's just-
all the people on S and majority like the top of A tier probably have ultimates that can probably do some real damage to like the enemy, like be a problem.
Even Stell has something that does some decent damage.
Well, and Stell does
Yeah,
have
because he can explode things out and it heals him.
yeah. Now for the last guy.
Yeah, last guy, if we were
Ace.
under the mindset of like, man, it seems like every new DLC character is just annoying, Broly defies that logic and just
Ace.
says, nah, I'm just probably. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is
He
a tough
died
one.
Topo.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna put him.
He's banana flavor Topo. Lemon flavor Topo.
Broly is powerful and is hard to like lock down where he can go because he has that hopscotch ability of his. Because that allows
His
him to.
ultimate, though, his ultimate is something terrifying, but it's
Oh.
not overpowered. It's expected.
Yes, you have to respect it, but it is also not a situation where like, oh no, Broly's ultimate, like with Goku or Vegeta and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like you see him coming, you could stop him. You can stop him from getting close. That's not a
Or
problem.
get out of the way.
But if you're not careful, he will get in there and essentially just boss kill because his ultimate is
yeah.
so darn good. Yeah, he's a boss
Yeah.
killer. He can do that.
Uh-huh. But he's
And-
only oppressive if you lack the skill. It literally comes down to a skill issue with him, not technical.
I've not found myself annoyed by what Broly can do. I've seen a lot of I've fought against Broly's, good Broly's, bad Broly's, and he is fragile. I will say. I think Topo ekes him out because Topo actually has a lot more health. Damage to sponge. And Broly, it doesn't have that much. Even when he transforms, he is still kind of brittle, unless you intentionally build him to be defensively. Which at that point it's a trade-off. But like, he is kind of squishy. Funny enough. And with that being said, I think Broly is I think he is fair and balanced as a DLC character that came out after Gohan. I'm happy to see that this Broly is not just another pay to win character. He's just a different experience to
Or
have.
is it the fact that we've been traumatized by the other 4 DLC or 5 DLC characters that it's like, at this point, Broly's just like, wait, this is all you can do? Oh, thank Kai. Thank you.
Well, probably you might be right about that one. Based on the
Yeah.
team composition,
I
the
mean-
worst you can get is having those 3 up there plus Broly in the same team.
I mean, if he came out at the same time as Goku, like imagine if him and Goku instead of Topo were released during the whole DLC nonsense with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta coming out later. It's like, oh my gosh, 3 Goku and Broly together are just unstoppable. You got an explosive tank and a battle savvy strategic DP. Why? Just control the field. It's not just zone control. It is complete field control if you had those 2 together. But with Topo being a little bit better in how he was, Topo was just a little bit more than what we say from Broly. Broly was a little bit less, and that's why we can appreciate Broly. But if it was switched, right now we'd probably be hating on Topo rather than Gohan.
Well, the
Because
fact
it'd be like, oh my gosh, he's like Broly but better. I hate it.
that's how these tier lists work. But there you go. There is our tier list. Nobody exactly. I wouldn't say there's any character that is flat out trash in this game. They're just not as good, which is why D tier has nothing in it. But
At least not yet.
And Videl, whenever she comes in, we're probably gonna put her at least a B tier.
no, I'm gonna be fair. I play as Kale. If Videl is awful, I will be very fair about it and put her in the tier that she belongs because even if you got a C
I'm calling
tier
it then.
character, even if you have a C tier character in this game, you could still win matches. It's just gonna be you're gonna have to take precautions that you normally wouldn't have to with the other characters above it. You're essentially making the game harder for yourself, right? And you know me, I love making things harder for myself when it comes to games.
Yay!
His way.
My way. But anyway,
His way.
with that being said, that's our tier list. We'll jump back to this tier list next season, at the end of next season, and see where our thoughts are on. Most of the list will probably stay the same unless they, like, I don't know, they delete Gohan from the game and they're like, we made a mistake, guys. Here's 1,000 gems.
Yeah, here's a apology from Tocho. Okay, no, here's 4,000. Here's 4,000 Zenny. Sorry, and also buy yourself a new character, and also here's some extra medals for you.
Yeah. so
We have made a constant mistake.
Exactly. So until then, everybody, we'll see you guys next time for more Squadra content, and later.